pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Curry trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
So a little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series here, live from the Texas Motor Speedway, presented by Voiles Trucking. As always, with all our coverage here on JTN, my name is Joe Twansky. So glad you're joining me here on a wonderful Thursday evening here, ready to go racing with the boys at BSR. 7 races remain here in the 2022 season, and the championship battle has been a brewing all year long. And tonight, we hope to clear up that picture just a little bit more as we inch closer to the championship race. Going to be going for 117 laps around this 1.5 mile speedway tonight, folks. And if you're not down with that, I don't know what else to tell you. It's No Limits Texas here, live on JTN. I would like to remind you as you're tuning in here to start tonight, if you would be so kind, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to us here on the JoeTowNetwork JTN. As always, that is a huge help to us in what we do. It helps get these streams out to more people. It helps increase our presence here on YouTube, and as we increase that presence, we can give you guys better content, we can give you guys better overlays, we can just give you guys better stuff, and we continue to strive to be better each and every time we're live on your airwaves. Qualifying is currently underway. You're going to see those results kind of ticking across the top of our screen. When we get those results, I'll be able to read them off for you. Again, that battle for the championship right now, they're on the front row provisionally between BSR Ricky J in the 193 and BSR Kilojoules in the 029. Those two drivers have traded wins back and forth throughout the summer months, but really the thing that has helped out so much was the strong start that BSR Kilojoules, KJ as he's affectionately called, got to at the start of this season, where the 193 team, two-time defending series champion Ricky J was unable to get some finishes earlier on in the season that he deserved. You go back to Las Vegas, where the two collided coming off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. It sent the 193 to the inside wall. Terrible finish there at Vegas to start the year. You can start pointing at these finishes here and there that have resulted in what is a 66-point lead for BSR Kilojoules in the 029. Again, qualifying should be coming to an end here very shortly. Cannot thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. We'll have more about those at Championship Battle as the night goes on. Flying solo up here in the booth tonight, so as always, appreciate being active in chat. Would love to answer your questions. Tim, good evening to you, sir, as well. Hope you're having a good one. It got a little chilly up here in the Mitten State today, but nonetheless, qualifying has run its course. Gonna get these results for you and read them off here as we get ready to go racing from the Texas Motor Speedway. On pole with a time of 27.604, it's going to be that 193 of BSR Ricky J. On the outside, of row number 1, of course, it's going to be BSR Kilojoules in the 029, 27.645, so 4/100ths of a second separating those two drivers. for the pole. On row number 2, it's going to be the 011 of Steve Grant and the 28 of Keith Dempsey. Row number 3 going to be comprised of the 73 of Herman Race and Tyler Mallon making a maiden voyage here. Rolls off in the 6th position in the 47. Row number 4 going to be comprised of the 199 BSR Mike Coulong, M. Coulong in that Velocity Garage Chevrolet. And to his outside, it's going to be the 022 of Jason San Diego. Rounding out your top 10 tonight, it's going to be the 103 of BSR Nelly and the 22 of Rick Craddock. Row number 6 tonight going to be comprised, after a week off last week, the 088 of Greg Lovell and the 21 of Randy Waugh. On row number 8 tonight, it's going to be the 4 of Silver Bullet and the 66 of BSR Terry Scott. Row number 8 this evening going to be comprised of the 510 of BSR Steven and the nicest guy around, Robbie Nices, in the 54. Rolling off in row number 9, it's going to be the 08 of Jerry Cook. Last car to take a time at 28.926. And the 41 of Denny Carroll. Rolling off on row number 10, going to be the 114 of BSR Eli 114 with BSR RJ Rusty in the 2 car to his outside. In row number 11, it's going to be the 49 of BSR Brain Fade and the 144 of BSR Magoo. And then lining up shotgun on the field in row number 12, it's going to be the 028 of BSR Monty Keller and the 33 of BSR Jimmy Dale. That's your lineup tonight. 24 drivers here from the Texas Motor Speedway in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. Folks, cannot thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. These solo shows always love to take their own little separate path, so you're going to be in for a good one. I will most likely be losing my voice by night's end, and we're just going to have a grand old time tonight at the Opera, folks. Maestro. There's a car around, it's 41, 103 also around down the back. Herman Reese in the 73, again lining up, rolling off in the 5th position tonight. We know Herman's pretty good at these 1.5 mile tire wear, always a big issue here in the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series this season. Herman's been able to start getting a good handle of it. The last couple times we talked with him about how important that tire wear is. Seems that the 73 team is growing accustomed to the 3X wear and starting to get the good runs that they deserve up on the podium. Let's see, Eli there into the outside wall. Got to go for a spin in turns 3 and 4. Treacherous turns 3 and 4. This, of course, the original configuration of the Texas Motor Speedway. So you'll see down here in 1 and 2, it's not the flat, really wide, terrible corner that we know and hate today. A little more conservative, really good, but still going to get super loose there. Big hit to Robbie Nices in the 54 here from the 088 of Greg Lovell. Still flipping, going to get hit again. Oh my goodness. He took off. He went to the moon. Monty Keller in the Fish Chevrolet coming down pit lane. There's Keith Dempsey, driver of the 28. Old Mac Daddy looking for a good run tonight. Stellar Artois tonight on the 029 of BSR Kilojoules. Again, folks, including tonight, only 7 Thursday nights of Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action remain here in the 2022 season. So you're running out of time to watch these races live on JTN. That's why you want to make sure you're subscribed. You click the bell icon. You'll be notified anytime we go live. Again, when you subscribe, that number gets a little higher, so it makes us feel all warm and fuzzy inside, but also it helps get these videos spread out to more people. It helps with YouTube's algorithms, which you've probably heard about so much. Algorithms nowadays with the way we're marketed content, and we'd appreciate it if you haven't already, if you hit that subscribe button. Again, it does so much to help support us here on JTN. Drivers being called to their cars. We're getting gridded up here on the pit lane, and in mere moments, we'll be racing from the Texas Motor Speedway. Take you down to the grid as we await the command here to get these engines of these 24 stock car drivers fired.
Drivers, start your engines!
As you hear a command, and we get ready to go racing here from the Texas Motor Speedway. It's going to be BSR Ricky J rolling off again on the pole with BSR Kilojoules on his outside. Row 2 going to be the 011 to Steve Grant, and the 28 to Keith MC. Row 3, 73 Herman Reese, 47 to Tyler Mallon. Row 4, 199 Mike Coulong, BSR M Coulong, and the 022 of Jason San Diego. Rounding out your top 10 tonight, of course, going to be the 103 of Nelly and the 22 of Rick Craddock. Take you through the rest of the field. We get ready to go racing here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Deep in the heart of Texas, we look to try to clear up this championship race. Can Ricky J continue to claw and climb and just try to make a final push for this championship? Or will KJ finally put that last scoop of dirt on the grave of the two-time defending series champion here in the 2022 season? We have 117 laps to decide it. Dodge Charger pace car comes down the pit lane. Ricky J with control. Wait for that green flag. And we're underway here from Texas. Saw Steve Grant in the 011 have some issues, and we're having some issues with our footage. We'll be right back here on JTN. Absolutely fabulous start to the night here, folks. Apologies again. These technical snafus love to come up at the most unopportune times, but we're getting our cameras back up and running. Hopefully we're not going to see a bunch of carnage, although... Oh, you're probably hearing menaces there. let's get these cameras restored. There you go. Up front right now, it's still Ricky J out to about a 3-4, maybe call it 5-car length lead over Kilojoules. Herman Reese has moved up quickly into the 3rd position. Tyler Mellon there in 4th. M. Coulong up into 5th. Big loser there on the start. Going to be that 28. Keith MC has slid back 2 positions. Someone's got to lose spots, right, when everyone else is gaining, but so far, we're clean and green here from Texas. Single file around the bottom we go through turns 3 and 4 to start the show. It's an exhilarating one here to start, folks. You're starting to see KJ reeling in this 193, reeling in Ricky J at the front of the field. It kind of accordion effect back together. That's what the draft has on these Cup Series cars with these Cup physics on a track like Texas. The draft's going to play such a key role tonight, you wouldn't expect it. But especially down the straightaways, and you saw that time going into the corner. KJ now big run coming off the corner. Looks to the inside. Battle for the lead. KJ on the bottom. Ricky J on the outside. How hard does he fight? Not too terribly hard this early on. move BSR kilojoules up to the point for the first time tonight, working lap 6. Further on back, you saw Keith MC trying to make a move to the inside of M. Coulong. Seems like there's a little bit of a log jam behind this 199, although a good run that time through turns 3 and 4 kind of gave him some breathing room. Further on back, Randy Waugh to the outside. That's Jerry Cook in the 08, going to complete the pass on that 21. Waugh looking to be as successful here in the state of Texas as the Crimson Tide were 2 weeks ago. Nonetheless, we stabilize out through the rest of the field. Tyler Mallon making a pass there on Herman Reese for the 3rd position at 47. The Bobby Labonte colors on Mallon's car tonight, up into the podium. Good run going so far for one of 2 Toyotas, I believe, here. Is Herman Reese going to drop back another spot? Going to let the 199 by on the outside. Something's wrong with this 73. A battle of the 22s here for position. That's Craddock on the inside of San Diego. Craddock going to get the spot. Here comes Keith MC to the inside of Herman Reese. Herman not going to put up too much of a fight. Just does not look like he's feeling too comfortable in the 73 car 10 laps into the run. Back up front, KJ shuffled out of the lead. Ricky J back to the point, working lap 11 at 117. Tyler Mallon also gets through into 2nd. So the 47 car making a strong charge all the way from the 6th starting position, now up on into and safely into the podium. They're riding in 2nd, and that's a buffer car there between Ricky J and KJ. We now take a look at those point standings coming into tonight, presented by our friends at presented by AutoSim 2. KJ came into tonight with a 66-point lead over Ricky J. After that, you got some battles there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. About 36 points there, separating those 3 drivers. So an interesting battle there as well for the final spot up on the podium. But right now, it's a 2-horse race here for the 2022 championship. Davey. Okay, alright, just making sure. You can buy some Davey Hazard merch on the JTN merch store as well. While you're watching here. Actually, really like the shirts we did out for Davey. As you see Keith MC making a pass there on M. Coulong in the 199. KJ back up into 2nd. Anytime someone makes a pass and I go to the pass somewhere else. See if Mallon can get a run here down the back straightaway. 47 looked a little like he had a bit of a run there in the 47 car, but nothing substantial enough. Right now, it's the Ricky J show at the front of the field. Magoo, slow, heavy damage on the right side of that race car. Looks like he's lost a tire. Really slow there on the apron. Let's see if we can't get a replay of what happened with the 144 of Magoo. Here's a replay. Last time through turns 3 and 4. I don't even know if this is what really causes the damage, but car just takes off for the wall. Contact. Not a good night for the 144 team, and he said not to put the cameras on him, but Magoo, there you are. You're on camera, buddy. AJ reeling him back in. So what's the trend? Well, there is no trend because Ricky J got out to a lead early. KJ passed him back. Ricky J passed him back. And now here comes KJ as we're approaching that first round of green flag pit stops here in the next 10 or so laps. So is there a trend? It's a leapfrogging trend. A nice oscillation. Yeah, blue tire on the 144. That's what it looked like, Magoo. That sucks. Heavy damage on that car. Gonna go by Robbie Nice is there in the 54. 54 gonna stay up and out of the way a little too well. Near the outside wall a little bit. Malin now back to the inside. Keith MC takes back the third position for the 47 team. Ooh, that got close there. I'm Coolong now to the inside of Keith MC. Gonna make that pass. So the 28 falls all the way back to the 5th spot there in a span of a lap. And that car is loose there through 3 and 4. Big check up behind. What a save from Mac Daddy that time through corners 3 and 4 in that 28 car. That car is wicked loose right now on corner exit. I mean, man, there you see it. Like, you can see it start to kick out a little bit. Not a good sign, folks. Not a good sign. I mean, he is slow. It looks like he's going to be coming to pit lane this time. Herman Reese also on pit lane. Might have been speeding. That's going to be close. Tyler Malin as well. So first round of green flag pit stops for our leaders. I believe Rick Craddock was also already down. You see more cars back here. A lot of camera transitions really quick. All kinds of cars here on the pit lane. Comes Ricky J. KJ going to come down pit lane together. So 22 laps in. We're making our first round of pit stops. So looking at about 5-stop race. Ooh, we got cars coming out of their boxes, cars going into their boxes. It's tight down here on pit lane. Race off of pit road. Malin clear by a mile. Randy Waugh gets out of there okay. So does Terry Scott. Herman Reese and Keith MC look to have lost some time. And here comes Tyler Malin in the 47. Going to take the lead on the short pit by a lap. Not really a short pit, but that should just show you folks at home what a difference one lap on newer tires can make. Malin was running third when the 47 came to pit lane, and now running with the lead and has a pretty decent margin. Six-tenths of a second that last time by at the line. Ricky J, though, quickly closing the gap there in the 193. Like, going to be able to get to the inside of the 47 that time. Steve Grant in the 011 has retired from this race. Going to drop that car down to 23rd. Denny Carroll as well in the 41 looks to be out, as it's a 3-horse race here at the front of the field. Caution out for the first time tonight. Oh, Jason Santiago around in turn number 4. Get your replay. Just a lazy spin here through the corner, folks. No harm, maybe not too much harm. Definitely no foul here for the 22. Goes around here working lap 26. Self-spin, almost a big hit there with the 510. Row 22, rather. That'll bring out our first caution of the night. See if there's split decisions here coming to the pit lane. We ran about 5 laps. I think 5 laps might be enough to elect to come down pit road. Let's see here at the front of the field. Oh boy, we're all of our leaders down the pit lane. Couple cars staying out. 103, 144, 08. Would think that there's going to be, they'll end up coming down next time around. Right side tires, left side tires going on all these cars. Oh, KJ only going to go with 2. Going to win the race off pit road. Everyone else, though, behind him going to be taking 4 tires. That could be a doozy for the 029 team. Welcome in, Aussie Bill. So Jared Cook out in front of the field right now in the 08. Cook comes down the pit lane. KJ gonna come down the pit lane, so don't know if that was an intentional 2-tire stop. Definitely gonna try to rectify it, even if it wasn't. Nelly now your leader. We'll see if Nelly in the 103 decides to come down. 07 gonna get the lucky dog. 144. There's a bunch of wave arounds. 144, 33, 54, 22. I believe all gonna get wave arounds here. So Ricky J will be your leader. And go back green. Oh, Nelly's also a lap down. Well, I'm an idiot. Hey-o. So Ricky J going to have the lead here for the restart. Tyler Mallon to the outside. Greg Lovell, M. Coulong, and Randy Waugh, your top 5 here. Restart going to be coming on lap 31 of 117. Hope you're having a fun time, fun everything out there on this Thursday, Friday, for some folks. As we get ready to go back green flag racing here for the Texas Motor Speedway. Ricky J, of course, again with the point here after qualifying on pole. As the Dodge Charger pace car makes the left-hand turn down the pit lane, Ricky J with control here. Tyler Mallon, Greg Lovell, M. Coulong, and Randy Waugh, your top 5. Green flag, we're back underway. A wheel spin there on row number 2. Lovell not getting a great restart. Neither does the 21 of Randy Waugh. The 144 of Magoo's around here. Big crash here at the back of the field on the restart. Rick Craddock around. Caution out for the second time tonight. Oh no. Wheel spin 144. 22 does a good job to avoid it. Still wheel spin, still saving it. Oh, contact there with Jimmy Dale, and I completely missed it. That's why we have the ability to do it again. See a replay once again here from the top of the grandstands. Look at the packed crowd here at Texas. Just, man. Brings out our second caution of the evening. Well, while we work this caution, folks, would like to let's get a word in from our friends at AutoSim.
Today we're doing AutoSim.
AutoSim.
We are trying out AutoSim.
Yay, it's AutoSim.
So as always, a big thanks to all the work that's been done for AutoSim 2. We're so happy to have it as part of our JTN family. And if you want to get your hands on the game early, you want to get your hands on the early demo, you can head on over to the AutoSim Patreon page. Just releasing today a demo of AutoSim 2. That's going to allow you for 30 years of playthrough, so not unlimited playthrough. But nonetheless, a good demo. And next week, the demo for the free demo for everyone, for the general public, going to also be released, allowing you to go 10 years. So again, that's AutoSim 2. Got a bunch of great stuff happening with that project, and again, going to be releasing here sometime late November, early December, winter of 2022. Like to remind you, we got some great races coming up here on JTN. First up, Fast Renegade Cup Series right back here at the Texas Motor Speedway, Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Then it's the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series next Thursday night from Talladega, Alabama, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Then the Maverick Cup Series comes back for their first of final 2 events of the season from Rockingham. Coverage begins there, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Those races and much, much more live right here only on JTN. So we got some great races coming up for you folks at home. They're all going to be live right here. If you like hearing my voice, you'll hear more of it. If you don't, maybe mute the stream. We got some pretty pictures at least. Wheel spin on restarts has always been the biggest issue here at the Texas Motor Speedway. We saw it a couple times there on that last restart. We think we're going to see it again here, so it's all about managing it, watching out for the guys around you, and more importantly, don't wreck, right? I think that's the biggest key. You heard a lot of drivers talking about the wheel spin down in the garage area. How you can manage that, you can start in a higher gear so you're not spinning those tires as fast there at the initial start. You can be a little easier on the throttle. There's ways to mitigate that effect, right? But it's really hard to tell a race car driver not to hit that loud pedal all the way down to the floorboards, right? So definitely a bigger challenge than what the solution would make it out to be, but nonetheless, we get ready to go back green flag racing here with Ricky J out in front of the field. Make their way into the restart zone, and back away we go. Green flag once again here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Saw a bit of wheel spin there from the 199, able to get it rolling there on the outside. They're going to be bunched up behind him as Greg Lovell rockets up into the second position. Gets by Tyler Mellon in the 47. Ooh, a couple cars into the outside wall. That was Keith Dempsey and KJ. KJ losing some spots here. Heading down to turn 3. Eli to his inside in the 114. KJ rocketing back on the outside. Gonna have to find a way to get back to the front of the field after the weird decision on pit road to take 2 tires and then come back down and get the other 2. Oh, big hit into the outside wall. It's Eli, the 114. Caution is out. We look to get your replay. He just overcorrects it back to the right. See it again. Oh. Heavy hit. Nonetheless, trudges on. So yeah, everyone electing to come down pit lane this time. Take advantage of it. We're into that window where we would have been making our second pit stop anyways, so kind of keeps you on strategy for what you maybe started the race at. And you can go about 22 laps on a tank of fuel. Craddock going to be the first one off a pit lane in the 22. Speaking of twos. Ricky J going to be next. Lovell, ooh, some contact there at the 47 and 73. Logjam got the guy run over there at the end of the pit lane. Keith MC murdering our race official there holding the sign. Did it in cold blood, too. Nonetheless, Craddock wins the race off pit lane in the 22, the Ski Machine. To remind you folks, we got some great JTN logo merch. You can find it in our shopping bar below the video, as well as on the JTN merch store, which is linked down in the video description below. Print on demand, so you make an order, they print it, they send it to you. Usually turnaround times between 6 to 14 days. But some great designs up there, and if you have the ability to go that extra mile to help support us here on JTN, we appreciate it as always. When you can't go that extra mile, get yourself some JTN merch. But as always, the best way to help support us here on the JoeTowNetwork is to make sure you hit that like button and you are subscribed. And working our third caution of the night. For a crash off a turn 2, rather. 114 got loose on the bottom, overcorrects, big, heavy hit to the outside wall. If Eli, looks like they got a lot of that damage pulled out on the right side of that race car. Crazy how the video games work, huh? But, Rick Craddock is your leader in the 22, or 33 might actually be the leader. 33. Jimmy Dale, the leader right now, gonna stay out to lead some laps. And then Harley Davidson Ford. Should be getting the one to go this time at the line. Now we can get back green flag racing here from No Limits, Texas. The lights go out, so Rick Craddock going to be leading us back to green in the 22. And it'll be BSR Ricky J to his outside. Greg Lovell lines up in third. Tyler Mail in fourth. And Keith MC, your top five. I am ready for a restart, folks. I hope you are too, because it's about to get crazy. Here we go into the restart zone. Craddock with control. Green flag. We're back underway. Good restart on the outside from Ricky J. Going to be able to snag the lead there coming from the line. We got cars on the outside wall. It's brain fade in the 49. Nelly going into the grass. Onto the pit lane. We stay green. There's got Jerry Cook going to get close to each other. Cars in the outside wall there off of turn number 2. Boys, keep it green. Set and sail is Ricky J in the 193. The update on KJ is worked back up into the 7th position there in the 029. Did a good job of making his way back up. Oh, Malin gonna be 3 wide for a hair of a second. Heath MC pounces, goes up into the 4th position, gets around the 47. A28 now going to go by the 22, or at least going to get to the inside through 3 and 4. Craddock way up the track that allows old Mac Daddy to take the spot. Lovell has kind of closed back in on the back bumper of Ricky J. Here, big checkup that time through the center of the corner that allows Keith to get to his outside. They're on back. KJ trying to make his way around Herb and Race. Going to get that pass completed. Lovell holding tough right now on the inside line. Ricky J loses the lead there. You saw it. Lovell takes over the top spot. Keith MC there in 2nd. It's Ricky J falling back into the 3rd spot. And this is what we saw at the start of the race, folks. Saw that 193 about 5 laps or so into a run. Slips back a little bit. Catches his footing. Scratches, claws his way back to the front of the field. But right now, this doesn't have the traditional feel. And of course, you know, it's just a little thing here or there to watch as the race goes on, because it all informs your pitch strategy. If you know that you're as we're single file here throughout the field, yippee, it informs your pitch strategy. It lets you know, hey, am I going to be a guy that needs to take 4 tires every stop? Am I even going to have the opportunity to take 2? As Malin looks to the inside of Craddock here down the front straightaway. Craddock doing a good job. Not overly defensive line, but does a good job of kind of shading that lower line. Doesn't let the 47 get a good enough run down to the bottom, although this time off of turn number 2, this is where we see all the passes get set up with good runs off that corner. But where your car runs well, at what points in a run, it informs your pit strategy, it informs your pit decisions. We saw that this past weekend with NASCAR at Bristol. All of a sudden, hey, I'm Brad Keselowski, the tires aren't wearing out, decent enough car, I'll stay out here at the start of the race to win stage 1, to lead some laps, and do all that jazz. Chris Buescher at the end with the 2-tire pit stop. How your car handles has to inform your pit strategy, because if it doesn't, you put yourself in a position where, you know, you could take 2 tires and you could get yourself out in front of the field, but it's not going to matter if everyone passes you in a lap and a half. You still have to have a strong enough car to be able to execute the strategy, which is something I think folks might overlook a little too much. Same rules apply here in sim racing. They've applied here all year with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. We saw it in Atlanta earlier this year. Brain Fade with the surprise victory at that track with the strategy call at the end of that race. Had a good enough car to hold those guys off for a lap or two before we got the caution that ended the race and was able to take home the checkered flag. Strategy wins like that are so crucial, and the drivers and the crews and the people making those decisions deserve a lot of credit, because it's not as simple as just, I'm going to take 2 tires, I'm going to get out in front of the field. There's a lot of other little factors that go into there. As you saw Ricky J take over the 2nd spot. And what we talked about, making this charge back to the front about 10 laps into the run. And I'm no expert, but I do like patterns. See, here comes the 193 to the inside. Battle for the lead down the front straightaway. We head down into turns 3 and 4. Ricky J. Voiles trucking forward, looking for the lead. And they take it there through the center of corners 1 and 2. And off of turn number 2, he goes back to the point. Tyler Mallon now to the inside of Keith MC. Down the back straightaway, 47, looking for the 3rd spot. Don't look now. Here comes the 029. Kilojoules racing back up through the field. He thought about going down there to block the 029 to try to block KJ. Thought wiser of it. Gets back to the outside. The car around back to the field. Randy Waugh in the 21. Caution going to come out. Caution is out. Randy Waugh in the 21 goes for a spin. Get a replay. Well, it took me so long. There you see. Gets loose off the corner. We talk about corner exit being the tricky spot for a lot of these drivers. Cars stopped perpendicular to the racing surface. Nothing else officials could do there. But Randy Waugh going around here, lap 56 of 117. Brings out our 4th caution of the night. Have to believe most of the leader is going to elect to come down the pit lane here. Let's see. They do. Rick Craddock there in the 22. Good strategy. He was out running outside the top 10 before that last pit stop. Took 2 tires. Or stayed out, rather. Or no, took 2 tires. And was able to get up inside the top 5. So good strategy call there for that team. Pit strategy of your fellow competitors also informs your decisions later on in the race, right? We've all seen that. Everyone watches with bated breath. First car that takes 2 tires early on in a race to see how they do. Pit stops, that's the thing, 4 tires all the way around for most of our leaders. Ricky J going to win the race off pit lane. KJ going to be 2nd. Tyler Mallon, Greg Lovell, big loser there on pit lane, came in 2nd, comes off 4th. Herman Reese rounds out your top 5. Insert cash or select payment type. Use pin pad to complete transaction. Is that what you wanted? So working our 4th caution of the evening. So glad you're joining us here on JTN. Again, this is what the point standings looked like coming into tonight. KJ with a 66-point lead over BSR Ricky J. Now, the difference between 1st and 2nd can only be as high as 10 points. That's if Ricky J can lead the most laps and win the race. Might only be 5 points, honestly, because KJ's already led a lap as well. So every point gonna matter. Thank you, Will. Hope you're doing fine and dandy out there. Every point gonna matter here coming down to the end of the season. Every point gonna matter. Of course, that was the points coming into the night. I'm sure they have changed since, but nonetheless, it gets you a good overview on what we've been talking about all season long, this battle between the 193 and 029 for the season and series championship. Yeah, the goal is to get the pylon stable enough to where I don't have to freak out about using it anytime we use it. As Robbie Nice just goes around, gets the wave around in the 54. Field makes their way through turns 1 and 2. We'll go down the back straightaway, and next time around will be green at the start-finish line. That was the most awkward way I could have phrased that, but nonetheless. We are about ready to go back green flag racing here, coming to lap 61 of 117. We're just over halfway here tonight. Cannot thank you folks enough for tuning in to JTN. As always, I'm Joe Towinski, taking you through all of the action. Dodge Charger pace car comes down the pit lane. Ricky J will have control of the field. Back down and away we go. Green flag once again here from Texas. Good restart on the outside from Kilojoules. KJ going to battle hard, fierce on the outside right now. Heading down turns 1 and 2 leader side by side. Center of the corner in 193 going to gain a little bit of advantage. KJ slips up the track a little bit. Going to have to get down in line. He does. Field makes their way off the corner. Ricky J back to the point, solidifying himself in the lead. Tyler Mallon sits in third. Greg Lovell fourth. Aaron Reese right now rounds out your top 5. The top 5 stays pretty static here. So Ricky J leads. Cook to the inside of M. Coulong for the spot there. That's the battle. Oh, that's the battle for the 6th position. Cook going to be able to grab it. This entire field is still together here. Single file. 199 really washing wide there through turns 1 and 2. That time going to be able to get back in line. Not too big of a run coming from behind, so able to maintain it. Ricky J, though, still your leader. Voiles trucking forward out in front. Kilojoules 029 second. Tyler Mellon 47 sits third. Battle on for second. Malin going to take that spot. Again, that's kind of that buffer zone that we're keeping an eye on. What that gap between those two, how many cars are between the 193 and 029, because that's what builds the gap. That's what, like I talked about in the open, what built that gap at the start of the year that KJ's been able to hold on to, is that 193 struggling early on and that big points gap starting to form. And not mathematically eliminated just yet is Ricky J in the 193, but we're drawing ever closer to it. Lovell losing a spot there to Jerry Cook in the 08. So Cook has moved up into the 4th spot. Some good adjustments being made on this 08 car. See him advancing towards the front of the field. So 3 Toyotas in the race tonight, 2 of which now going to be up inside our top 3. Big power move there from Cook in the 08 to make the pass on the outside. I don't know if KJ put up too much of a fight, but nonetheless, impressive pass there from Jerry Cook in the 08. An interesting top 3 right now, to say the least. Got Ricky J, who's been here all year, Jared Cook in 3rd, and Tyler Malin sits 2nd, first BSR Cup Series race that we've at least broadcast. I believe it's the debut, but you can never be too sure. Ricky J, of course, still sitting out in front of the field, top 5. Em Coolong is now up inside that top 5. Jerry Cook has fallen back a couple spots. There's smoke there through 3 and 4. Magoo's slow on pit lane. Keith MC has fallen back in the 28. So KJ's moved back up into 3rd, reduces that buffer once again. Again, folks, that's the important thing, is how many cars are between those two. Is big time loose there for the 47 through 3 and 4. Good save from Tyler Malin. Ellen Person doing a good job there in the 2nd place. Going to try to get down here in front of Lovell. 47 Will. Magoo, you got to up your tire pressures, buddy, if they keep going kaboom. As KJ's moved back up into 2nd, sets his sights on Ricky J in the lead. It's been a battle between these two all season long. It's going to continue to be a battle between these two, it would appear, but, well, we've seen crazier. Imani Keller getting passed there by Herman Reese at 73. I don't think this is the night they were looking for. I know they had a little higher hopes after last week. But Craddock in the 22 also going to make the pass. Gonna complete it just yet. There we go. Gary Cook has fallen like a rock in this 08. So a lot of early short run speed, but not enough long run speed in this 08. Have to think maybe we're out the tires a little too much on that 08 Toyota. So Herman Reese getting to the wall. It's going to allow Rick Craddock to get to the inside in the 22. A lot of good racing here in the deeper part of the mid-pack. Completes that pass. Start off on lap traffic. Again, that's the 144 of Magoo. Magoo loose there again through the corner into the outside wall right in front of our leaders. That was tricky. Lovell gonna look to the inside. We are splintered throughout the pack. Jason San Diego to the inside of Monty Keller for the spot. 022 by 028. Herman Reese going to be the first to pit lane. Oh, Greg Lovell actually the first to pit lane in the 088. Back up at the front. We'll see if these two pit together as they did the first time on green flag stops. Remember what Tyler Mell in the 47 was able to do by pitting that lap early. I think Greg Lovell's thinking to do the same in that 088 pitting last time by. Might get 2 laps on these guys. As the caution's out. Caution out here. Monty Keller's slow. See a replay here. 144 Magoo. Again, car off the pace. Through turns 1 and 2 we go. .144 way wide. Gonna get loose off the corner. Gonna be able to save it. Craddock nowhere to go into the back of him. He goes for a spin. Monty Keller gonna get hit from Nelly at 144. Gonna collect the 66 and 4 as well. Almost back into the 4. That brings out our 5th caution of the night here, working lap 80. Another look at it down the back straightaway. Timely caution for our leaders that hadn't pit. A bad time caution for the guys that did. Got a big shuffle here at the front of the field. Got some pretty fast cars trapped a lap down here. So again, working our 5th caution of the night, folks. Would like to remind you that the next time we're live is going to be Sunday night, Fast Renegade Cup Series right here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Coverage kicking off at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's the Fast Renegade Cup Series this Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Our next time live here on JTN. We'll be back live next Thursday night, of course. 6 races to go here, the 2022 Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series season. Next week we'll be at Talladega. You're not going to want to miss that one, folks. Super Speedway Racing, always so much fun with the boys here at BSR. Coverage for that one kicking off at, again, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Herman Reese, your current leader. Jerry Cook sits there in second. Ricky J third. Greg Lovell, Tyler Mallon, Kilojoules, Jason San Diego, Rick Craddock, BSR Silver Bullet, and BSR Nelly, your top 5. You see the rest of the standings there on the left-hand side. On our JTN pylon. What a beautiful pylon it is. The wave around's there, so Herman Reese going to be leading us back to green. Pitting early pays off for the 73 team. They're going to get that Cadillac nose into the clean air. Jerry Cook there on the outside in the 08. Ricky J, Greg Lovell, and Tyler Mallon, your top 5. Again, restart coming lap 85 of 117. Going to be 30 to go in a few laps here. As we close in, we'll only need one more pit stop to make it to the end of this race as well. Because boy howdy, it's about to be fun. Dodge Charger pace car makes the hard left turn down the pit lane. Herman Reese with control here for the restart. Green flag. We're back underway here from Texas. Wheel spin there, both front runners. A lot of wiggling, wobbling. 022, Jason San Diego down onto the apron here through turns 1 and 2. Saves it. That was contact with Rick Craddock that sent that car down to the outside. We stay green. Everyone keep minding their P's and Q's right now. Ricky J to the inside of Herman Reese for the second position. 73 car not firing off very well tonight. Ricky J going to take that second spot. Tyler Mallon going to scoot up into third, and Greg Lovell going to try to follow through. Lovell not going to be able to do that just yet. Looks like Herman Reese going to be able to hold on to the 4th position, but a disastrous restart here for the 73 team after they got the lucky break there, getting the lead through the pit cycle. Herman Reese falls back to 4th. Not disastrous. That's probably, Herman would probably argue with me there on the vocabulary, but not a good restart there for the 73 nonetheless. Ricky J going to be looking for the lead here on Jerry Cook. Into turns 3 and 4, 193. That Voiles trucking forward. Back to the point off of corner number 4 down the front straightaway. The Kilojoules a couple rows back in the 029. Starting to get on the back bumper with Greg Lovell. At least closing that gap a little bit more. Magoo back down on pit lane, the 144. It might be time to park that car. It's been a terrible night for driver 144 here in Texas. See Herman Reese making a pass on Jerry Cook. Greg Lovell going to make the pass on the 08 as well. Kilojoules looking for the spot. KJ going to take the 5th position there from the 08. Jerry Cook falling back now. Herman Reese rallying in the 73. That's about, I guess sometimes it's a little bit about saving those tires, huh? That's probably the argument that will be made. "27 laps left here from Texas. We're inching our way in on the end of this race. I'm Coulong there to the inside of Jerry Cook for the spot. Going to complete it. Monty Keller to the inside of the 08 for the spot. Going to complete it. And here comes Terry Scott for the spot. The 66, this 08 car is fading and fading fast. Rick Lovell looks to the inside of Herman Reese. Rick Craddock looks to the inside of Kilojoules. The Silver Bullet also to the inside of KJ. Oh my goodness, almost contact there with the 422. I was waiting for it, folks. I was ready. You heard it. I don't know about that. Tyler's had a good run tonight in that 47 car, but hasn't looked the strongest car. The strongest car tonight's been this 193 of Ricky J. Doing a great job out in front of the fields. Qualified on pole. Biggest mover tonight is that 3rd place car, Greg Lovell in the 088. Started all the way back. In the 11th position, runs 3rd right now. Another big mover tonight, Monty Keller, right now running in 10th. Started all the way back in the 23rd position of our 24 entrants tonight. A good run for that 028 team. That is fair enough. I know what you're talking about. BSR Kilojoules starting to heat up the back bumper of Herman Reese here for the 4th position. Gonna get all over the back bumper of that 73. Thinks about it. Thinks wiser. Not too. Sometimes when there's not a big enough run, there's no point in trying to get next to him because you're just going to stall each other out. Ruin all your momentum. No need to do that. We're closing in, though, on being able to make these pit stops to the end of this race. KJ looks to the inside. That time down the back straightaway. Going to get there. Inside of Herman Reese right now through turns 3 and 4. And completes the pass. Rick Craddock now to the inside of the 73. It's now the battle for the 5th position. Craddock going to take it in the ski machine. Herman Reese now going to drop down in front of Silver Bullet in the 4, who's having a spectacular run. Brody back there in the 7th spot. It has been a very, very down year for the 4 team here. I think old Bullet would admit to that. We're going to watch our leaders. Ricky J has been a little more conservative when deciding to come down the pit lane. Tyler Mellon, a little more aggressive, has been on the front end of the cycle rather than the back end of the cycle. Last time, it bit the 47 team. This time, it might be a little bit different. We watch to see the difference in the strategies. Who's going to try to run the tank out? Who's going to come down the pit lane? Do they come down the pit lane together? It's all these little questions that we're going to poke and prod at the brain tonight. Battle for 3rd position heating up. KJ looks to the inside in the 029. So this 029 car, as we get to the end of the run, feeling pretty good. If I'm KJ, maybe I'm thinking about pitting at the front of this run because I know I'm a little bit slower at the start. It at least gives me a natural advantage with fresher tires for a lap or two to maybe build up some sort of gap to the 193 and 47. Thinking about it if I'm on the 29's box. 17 laps to go. Ice is there in the 54, slow on the apron coming off the pit lane. Top three all now kind of stabilizing gaps to each other. Well, Tim. Well. Smoke there on the entrance to pit lane. No, it's going to get pretty aggressive. These drivers. Lovell, one of the first of our leaders down, but the top three still all out on the racetrack right now. An interesting strategy. We are closing in on those pit stops. Mallon to pit lane, the 47. There's that little bit of an early stop for the 47 to get that slight advantage over the 193 and 029. Again, this has been the battle for the championship all season long. 66 points separated them coming into tonight. Ricky J continues to try to draw closer. It's been a challenge as the year has gone on, as both are going to come to pit lane here. KJ really aggressive. Looks like they both got down to pit road speed. So we'll watch the battle here at the front end of pit lane. Whose crew can get them out of their box quicker? With just 12 laps to go here from Texas, our leaders sit on pit lane. It's the kind of footage that you're always craving at home. I just know it. Watching these cars randomly get picked up side to side. Race off pit lane. Ricky J, I don't know who won it. KJ going to get on the gas, though, on the outside. They're going to race side by side on the apron. KJ backs off. Ricky J to the point. All right, see where Tyler Mallon, the 47, is. Here comes the 47. Mallon down the back straightaway, going to get by KJ, going to get by Ricky J and go to the point. Mallon looking to win first time, first race, maiden voyage for this 47 here this season. And Tyler Mallon get the victory. 11 laps to go. Nice is really loose there in front of our leaders. Almost a big calamity moment there, as Tyler Mallon heads through 3 and 4, off a turn 4, flagman in hand, 10 fingers, folks. Of course, that means it's time for our TWB 10 to go, and on behalf of TWB, I'd like to turn your attention to GardenLightsDirect.com. From porches to patios to more, for all of your outdoor lighting needs, GardenLightsDirect.com has you covered. Again, that's GardenLightsDirect.com. GardenLightsDirect.com. GardenLightsDirect.com here on your TWB 10 to go. 9 laps to go now. Caution. Let us see who brought this one out. Greg Lovell looks to have spun down the back straightaway. And folks, this changes everything. So it is, Hey, Rusty having a moment too, it looks like. Get one more look at it. Just gets loose off the corner. Tough lick. Having such a good run. Was Lovell in the 088. This finish might get a little spicy here, folks. I think all the leaders are going to stay out. So it looks like KJ came down the pit lane. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Most likely going to throw some tape on that grill, give himself a little extra downforce, a little extra speed. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, folks. I'm at a loss for words right now because things are about to get a little crazy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like the call, KJ is going to start here on the outside line. Whew. Got Tyler Mallon with control here for the restart. Ricky J sits second. Silver Bullet third. KJ there in fourth. Monty Keller, M. Coulong, Jerry Cook, Nelly, Keith MC, and Terry Scott, your top 10. Gonna have, what, 5 laps to go when we go back green, because pace car lights should go out this time with the line. It's gonna get a little crazy. Get some water, get your popcorn. Because boy howdy, we're about to have a finish here. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from the Texas Motor Speedway. Hazard to thank a couple folks tuning in for the first time tonight. Welcome in. I am Joe Towanski. Got Tyler Mallon out in front of the field after short pitting. On the last set of green flag stops, Ricky J to the outside of that 47 car, and then 193 has been the dominant car all night long and just doesn't want this race, like a bunch of others throughout the season, to slip through his fingertips. Be an interesting run to the finish. 5 to go when we get to the line next time. That'll give... I think that's going to give BSR Kilojoules at least a chance. We're going to race back to the line as well, folks. Quick caution most likely ends this race, or at least puts it in jeopardy of ending under yellow. If we get a couple laps, and then a caution definitely will end under yellow. But nonetheless, we're in for a fun time here with only 5 circuits left when we get the green flag. Strap in, turn the TV up, put your headphones on, do what you need to do, because you do not want to miss any part of this finish. It's going to be a good one. Deep breaths, pull the belts tight, here we go. Dodge Charger pace car going to make the hard left turn down the pit lane. Tyler Mallon with control here for the restart field makes their way into the restart zone, and back away we go. Green flag as the 22s round into the grass. We stay green. Strong start on the outside for Ricky J in the 193. Tries to get clear. Isn't clear. Tried to pull down in front of the 47 to Tyler Mallon. KJ now gets to that inside lane. Going to be behind the 47 car of Mallon as we head down the back straightaway. We got cars 3 wide. Jerry Cook, big wreck out on the back. Big wreck down the back straightaway. Might end this one. We're 3 wide for the lead here at Texas. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Could be the finish. Could be the end. Kilojoules to the lead. Ricky J into the outside wall. And coming to the line is going to be BSR Kilojoules taking the yellow flag. Folks, it might just be the checkered. A big wreck down the back straightaway. What could be a heartbreak once again for Ricky J? Oh my goodness. We see it again. 3 wide. Just, it don't work, folks. It just don't work. Oh my goodness. Calamity here at the end. Might not be over. Don't want to say that it's over. Could be getting one of those fancy little one-lap dashes, but take a look at it again. This race off of turn 4 between our leaders. See Mallon there in the 47 side by side. KJ sees the wreck behind. Knows that he has to take this opportunity to get to the inside. We're 3 wide for the lead at this point. A little bit of contact there at the 193 and 47. Jared Cook going to slip through for 3rd, it looks like, just barely. But BSR Kilojoules, what a move to get to the lead. 3 wide on the bottom. Takes a little bit of gusto to try to make that move. We will see if the pace car lights go out next time when we get to the line. We will have a 1-lap dash. If they don't, we're done. Results are as you see on your screen at the top. What does this mean for the playoff or for the championship? Well, KJ is going to gain more points on Ricky J. Came into the night 66 to the good. At least a 10-point swing in his favor. 76, 6 races left. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Ricky J because this 029 team has come to play this year in the Bomb Squad at Racing Cup Series. It doesn't matter how if they're having a bad night, a good night, they're always up there in the top 3 at night's end. And that move might have been not a championship winning move, but it could be the solidifier for it. We come off turn 4. Fans want the lights to go out. I want the lights to go out. I hope you folks at home want the lights to go out. Do we get that 1-lap dash to the end? We wait. We're not going back green, folks. That's going to conclude this race. So BSR Kilojoules is going to win this one under caution from the Texas Motor Speedway. Tyler Mallon going to finish 2nd. Jerry Cook there in 3rd. Ricky J got to finish in 4th tonight. That is a heartbreaker for the Voiles trucking team. And then rounding out your top 5 tonight, Nelly in the 103. So the 103 trying to keep up that climb. Sat 4th in points coming into tonight behind BSRM Coulong. Going to gain some points on that 199 as well. It's another story to watch, that battle for the podium in points. So Nelly, another strong finish, another strong top 5 finish for the 103 team. Yeah, this race is over. Remember, folks, please, oh please, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video, subscribe. We appreciate it when you guys do that. It helps support us here on JTN. It shows your support for these leagues, for this racing. I mean, I don't know what there's not to like about the finish to this race that we just saw, except for maybe we're actually finishing under yellow. But nonetheless, a great race here tonight from Texas. Couldn't have asked for more. Unfortunate that a big wreck ends it, but what a move for the lead, for the win in the end by BSR Kilojoules, our points leader. Going to be our race winner here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Time of the line, white flag displayed with the yellow. Pace car lights will probably go out this time to just tease us. They don't, thankfully. But white flag in the air one final time here from Texas. Again, folks, make sure you stick around. We're going to talk with our top 3 finishers. Those, of course, being BSR Kilojoules, Tyler Mellon, and Jerry Cook. Got a familiar face at the top of the pylon and some new ones behind, so going to be some good conversations there. I hope you stick around. Always good to get the insight into this race. But again, great drive by KJ there at the end to stay in it. Strategy call pays off. Whatever they did to that car made it really good on the short run. I think we know what they did, but never like to assume. As we round turns 3 and 4. For the final time here this season at Texas, coming off the corner to the line, it's going to be BSR Kilojoules, KJ, taking yet another victory here in the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series. What a show, what a run from the 029 team. Take home yet another victory. Congratulatory bumps there. Oh no, Eli. Again, folks, we'll talk with our top 3 finishers here. Get you the results in full on your screens as BSR Kilojoules burns it down here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Way to go. What a show. So KJ celebrates. Again, we're going to talk with our top 3 finishers. Get you the post-race results on your screens momentarily. Cannot thank you folks enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. Appreciate, as always, all of the support from not only you, the fans, but also our drivers that come back and watch these races. Hope you enjoyed it. You got to see yourself on the TV. And nonetheless, another great night of racing action here from the Texas Motor Speedway, which isn't a sentence you hear too often nowadays. So the boys here at Bomb Squad did a fantastic job tonight. Results coming here in moments as we get ready to talk with our podium finishers. Of course, as always, you can follow us on our social media at JoeTowNetwork on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. But the best way, of course, to help support us is to make sure you're subscribed right here on YouTube. Again, that goes such a long way in helping get our name out there and do all that stuff, but also just means a lot to us when we see those subscribers going up, and gives us that little extra motivation to keep on keeping on with all the content that we make. So Again, cannot thank you folks enough for already subscribing like most of you already have. And the folks out there that are maybe tuning in for the first time, we hope you subscribe. We hope you tune in again because we love having you. We love having you guys watching these races. And I know all the drivers that we have in our leagues that we broadcast also love seeing those numbers getting bigger and bigger, give themselves a bigger stage. But again, results coming here in mere seconds. Let's go ahead and start by bringing in our race winner. He's the driver of the number 029 Chevrolet BSR Kilojoules. KJ, you got a copy?
Yeah, Joe, I got you.
Well, you made it a little exciting there at the end, huh? Take us through that 3-wide move for the win.
Yeah, how about that? I was if that caution didn't come out, I don't know if I had anything on that shorter run to catch them to.
Mm-hmm.
The car really wasn't good for the first 10 laps of the run, and then as the pace slowed down more and more, the car kind of got into the track more and more. I could catch people at the very end of the run. But I kind of figured everybody would pit because a lot of guys pitted before we did. And we only had like 2 laps on the tires after we came back out on the track. So I kind of figured most of the people would pit, and I didn't want to show my hand too early with Ricky and Tyler there. So I kind of stayed high as long as I could, and I waited to the last second. And honestly, when I seen everybody come down, I was kind of licking my chops because I knew them boys up front were in trouble with the old tires. And then about 3 wide, Joe, they got side by side through 1 and 2, and I cleared Matt. And I knew I was going to have a run, and I didn't want to pull down too early. It would stall me out. So I kind of waited to about the last possible second. And with the new tires, and I had a little tape on it too, I could just hold that thing wide up on the bottom, and the caution came out, and I just cleared Tyler off the corner.
Well, you talk about the car not being the best on the short runs. We saw earlier on in the race, I don't know if it was a 2-tire call or if they didn't put 4 on it, whatever. You had to come back down. You took the other 2. And then you kind of got mired back in traffic throughout the event. Didn't get back up into that top 3 until maybe the, 2/3 mark, 3/4 maybe of the race. How, when you know you have a fast car like that, we get these cautions that kind of keep you in this short run mode, and you know that's not what your car's built for. How tempting is it to make an adjustment to get your car into that? And obviously, you kind of, I would think that you stayed away from it because that car was still so strong on the long runs.
Yeah, we practiced Monday night, me and Mike, and the car was really, really good. I could get down in the corner, get through the corner. It felt great, so I didn't touch it. And we came in here tonight, and I don't know if the track changed or what, but the car just wasn't that good. And I kept adjusting on it, and I thought it was a little better, but it just felt terrible out there with everybody. And everybody's running the same speed here on fresh tires. It's really hard to pass. You got to kind of wait until the tires start wearing out when people start pushing up, and then you can get air on the nose and you can cut up under them. But yeah, we qualified good. I think I got the pole on the spring, so I knew I had a good Q set, and I knew I had a good short run speed. But I didn't know what the car was going to do, honestly. When we got into the race, that first run, I was too loose. And then that was totally driver error. You can insert cuss words if you want to. I slid sideways, and I couldn't get the lefts on the car. So I had to go to the back, and it's really tempting just to try to drive so hard to get back up there. But you're going to burn your tires off. And I just decided, hey, I got a good point lead here. It's a long race. I don't want to do anything stupid. So I just kind of slowly picked my way back up there. And we had that one long run where I got back up there near the top. And after that, it was kind of like reset back to what it was early in the race.
Well, folks, he claims yet another victory, continues to build his points lead. KJ, before we let you go, though, the floor is yours. You know what to do, buddy.
Yeah, Joe, I told you, got to keep throat, got to keep on that throat. But good race, everybody. Texas is a fun track to race people on. It's a hard track to race people on because the tire wear is so extreme. But had a little bit of hiccups there, but good race overall. Good race to Tyler and Ricky. They had probably a little better than me tonight, but circumstances played into my favor there. Thanks to Magoo, all the admins here at BSR for everything they do in the league each and every week. It's a great league to race at here at Bomb Squad. If anybody wants to come over here and try their hand with us, just get in touch with one of the admins here, and we'll see if we can get you out here. Thank you, Joe. I think you were flying solo tonight in the booth, so I'll go back and watch it. I appreciate everything you do, JTN. I'm pretty sure it was top-notch quality. Teammates had good cars tonight. The wife already told me congratulations, good win. She texted me that when it was like 4 to go with the caution, and I hate that because it feels like it's a jinx.
Then you'll get
I've had my car blow up under caution before, and as soon as she said that, I was like praying it didn't blow up. But Also, Brian and Kathy Voiles and Voiles Trucking. I almost forgot them for sponsoring Thursday nights here, Bomb Squad. Brian's back on the road again, I think, so he couldn't be around tonight. But I appreciate him, everything Kathy does for the league here. I think that's pretty much it, Joe. You can't always be the best car, but sometimes, a little luck goes a long way.
A little luck goes a long way, but KJ, you dominant guy all year. Again, congratulations on yet another victory. Congratulations and good job on continuing to keep that foot on his throat there in second place. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Appreciate it, Joe. Now to go to have one of the sponsors' products, the Stella. Y'all have a good night.
You two go celebrate, KJ. BSR Kilojoules, driver of the 029, your race winner here tonight. Let's go ahead and next bring in our second place finisher, driver of the number 47 tonight, Tyler Mallon. Tyler, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, that was a finish. When you see a car all of a sudden going 3 wide, is that a little bit of a concern? Can't feel good.
Well, no, it never feels good, especially when that car is kilojoules and he's on the inside of you, because he's just going to blow right by you. But man, I hate late race cautions. I feel like I would have had a better shot at that if there wasn't a restart there. But I think the 193 and the kilojoules would have gotten to me anyway. So I don't know. It would have been a close battle either way. But man.
You feel like you would have had a better chance without the caution, though? Just kind of, what is it? Just being able to kind of manipulate what line they're running, or
I had about, I think, 0.6 of a second cushion, a little bit, and I feel like once I let them catch, or not even if I let them, once they caught back up to me, eventually. Then I would hope the tires would have balanced out by then. Or maybe we didn't have a long enough green flag run for the tires to hit that cliff where it really starts to fall off. And maybe I would have held them off, but it didn't happen, so there's no way to know.
Hey, it didn't happen, just gotta flesh it out of the mind, right? But Tyler, obviously, I believe this is your first BSR Cup Series race. Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong?
Right.
It is? Okay, so for maybe the folks out there that are a little worried, they're a little timid with joining a new league, how would you sum up your first experience tonight? Because you had a lot of speed throughout this race.
It was a lot of fun. It was just kind of it was very laid back in the voice chat. There wasn't any really aggression. It was a lot of fun racing with everyone on the track. Everyone here is obviously pretty good.
Yeah.
And I just had a blast all night talking with Joven and or Ricky J, I should say, over Whisper.
Ooh, you did the naughty.
That was oopsie. Anyway, he and Greg over Whisper, we were talking to each other the whole race. We were 1, 2, 3 a couple times, and then here comes KJ blowing right by us all. So I don't know, it was just a lot of fun. I highly encourage everyone to, even if it's not this league, just go out there, try new leagues, maybe even try old ones if you've been in them previously. You never know what could happen. It's just a lot of fun.
Well, Tyler, as always, it's a pleasure talking with you, but before we let you go, the floor is yours. Shout out whatever you want. Don't ask me for permission, because I feel like you always ask me for permission if you can say something, and then it's like, yeah, go for it. But this is your time.
I don't want to say something really vulgar and get you.
Well, don't say anything vulgar. But let's use our common sense. You got good deductive reasoning skills. I know you do.
All right. Anyway, I do want to say thank you to all the BSR admins for letting me race here, and thank you to Ricky J for practicing with me, and Greg for putting up with my nonstop annoyingness over Whisper during the race. So I don't know, just yeah. Thank you to those guys. And good win, KJ, obviously.
Well, Tyler, as always, it's a pleasure talking with you. Again, congratulations on the second place run here, and hope to see you back out on track soon.
Thank you.
Tyler Mallon, driver of the number 47, your second place finisher here tonight. Let's go ahead and bring in the final driver on our podium, driver of the 08, Jerry Cook. Jerry, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
I mean, you are. Third place run. That felt like it came out of nowhere. Started all the way back in 17th, rally to a podium. How'd you do it?
The main problem I was having the whole night was just getting tight in the long run. I was just, every stop, I was just loosening it up, putting a little bit less wedge into it. Just maybe raise the trap bar if I feel like it, but just keep on working at the setup. Just keep on working at it until I can finally drive it in the long run. And I finally got to that point a lot later into it, but I don't know how. I don't know why it happened, but when I pulled into my pit stop for my final green flag pit stop, I got too far to the left. I was only getting right sides, and I knew I was just had to pray for a caution at that point, and I got lucky, I guess.
Well, luck, I don't know how much luck has to play with it, because, I mean, a heck of a run there at the end. Take us through how important was that final restart, do you think? Because you talked about it there, really tight on the long run. And it seemed like you and this 08 team, you obviously excelled on the short runs. How important was it there at the end to have that short run to the finish?
Oh yeah, into the pit stop on the last caution there. I knew I just had to throw everything in the toolbox at it, so I just loosened it up as much as I could. And I figured that was going to be my last shot. And luckily for me, Tyler and Ricky and them did not pit, so I figured I was going to have a pretty good shot at it, and I got a good pit stop. Came out with a few positions gained, and on the last restart, I was scared. I thought when Silver Bullet lost it off the 2, I thought I hit him for a minute, but it was really close between me and him, but I don't think I hit him. And Ricky off of 4, I just got lucky again.
Well, Jerry, it's a fantastic run for you tonight, finishing up here on the podium. Before we let you go, though, the floor is yours. Thank all those family, friends, sponsors that get you out to the racetrack.
Yeah, just want to go ahead and thank the BSR admins for putting on a good race again, and the entire field, because everybody out there was racing with respect with one another, so I thank them for that. And thanks to Tyler, Ricky J, and Greg. All those people are cool. I like them. That's all I got.
Well, Jerry, as always, it's a pleasure talking with you, and again, congratulations on the podium finish.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Jerry Cook, driver of the 08, your third place finisher here tonight. Well, folks, that's going to conclude our coverage here tonight from the Texas Motor Speedway. Cannot thank you enough for tuning in. As always, a big thank you has to go out to Brian and Kathy Voiles, Voiles Trucking, for their support of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series here live on JTN, as well as their support of us here on JTN. Remember, you can keep up to date with us by making sure you're subscribed. Turn notifications on by clicking that little bell next to the subscribe button. And as always, you can follow us at JoeTowNetwork on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, you know the rest. Again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. With all that being said, though, folks, for all of us here at JTN, for our producer, Bristol, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! Turn 4 into the tri-oval, Whitehill and through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
Off the line and a wreckage behind him. You have cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down. It doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won a Daytona in the 3 car.
Behind, they're going to be side by side again. Contact there between Sinner and Bordeaux for
Oh, the contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Healy coming